Imagine thinking you have finally found the perfect partner online. You talk every day, share secrets, make plans for the future, and slowly start to believe that this person is your soulmate. Then one day, you realize she was never real, and along the way, you have lost your savings, your retirement, and in some cases more than $1 million to a crypto romance scam. Today, I will show you exactly how this type of scam works, so you can recognize it before it destroys your life. Around the world, police and regulators are seeing the same pattern again and again. A stranger sends a friendly message on a dating app or social media. The conversation turns romantic, intense, and very personal. After weeks or months of building trust, the new partner introduces a brilliant investment opportunity, usually involving cryptocurrency. The victim thinks they are investing with someone they love. In reality, they are sending money to a professional criminal network. In this video, we will walk through a typical case step by step, from the first message to the moment the victim realizes everything was a lie. Then we will break down the red flags and how you can protect yourself. For many victims, it starts with a simple hello from a stranger. Sometimes it is a message on a dating app. Sometimes it is a wrong number text that turns into a conversation. The profile usually shows an attractive person, often living or working abroad. They seem successful, confident, and a little bit lonely. They say they were just browsing, saw your profile, and felt a connection. At first the talk is light: hobbies, work, family, favorite food. They reply quickly and always seem interested in you. Over time, the conversations become more intimate. They say they have never felt this kind of connection before. They talk about the future, about traveling together, about meeting in your country. In many real cases, the scammer spends weeks or even months building this relationship without mentioning money once. That is one reason victims do not see it coming. Once the emotional bond is strong, the topic slowly turns to finance. The scammer might complain about the economy, the cost of living, or how hard it is to save. Then they casually mention that they have a side income. They say they invest in cryptocurrency. They talk about a friend or relative who showed them a special platform. They send screenshots of big profits. They say it is a reliable way to grow money and reach financial freedom. At first, they do not ask you to invest. They just describe how well it works for them. You see their screenshots, their fake trading history, their fake balances. They repeat a simple message. If you want to build a future together, you need to grow your money too. Many victims start with a small test. They send a few $100s to a legitimate crypto exchange like a well-known app or website. The scammer guides them step by step. Then the scammer tells them to move the funds from the legitimate exchange to a special platform that they recommend. This platform is fake and controlled by the criminals. On the screen, everything looks professional. You see charts, price movements, and your balance. When you follow their instructions, the numbers go up. Your small deposit appears to grow quickly. The scammer encourages you to withdraw a little bit to prove that it works. You request a withdrawal, and the platform sends a small amount back to your bank or crypto wallet. This is a key moment. The victim thinks, it must be real because I just got money out. Now the scammer increases the pressure. They talk about limited time offers and special tiers. They say that if you invest more, you will unlock higher returns. They use emotional language. They talk about buying a house together, retiring early, or traveling the world as a couple. They send constant messages, write long paragraphs about your future together, and mix love and money in the same conversation. In many real cases, victims begin to take bigger risks. They move savings, take loans, or sell assets. Some send hundreds of thousands of dollars over weeks and months. All of it goes into the fake platform the scammer controls. On the screen, everything looks perfect. The balance grows, the profits look huge, and the scammer says you are doing the right thing. Things only change when the victim tries to withdraw a serious amount. When you ask to take out profits, the platform suddenly shows new rules. It says you must pay a tax fee, a service fee, or a security deposit before your funds can be released. The scammer tells you not to worry. They say it is just a temporary requirement. They may even say they will help you pay, but that you must send your part first. Victims who are already deeply invested and emotionally attached often send even more money. They are afraid of losing the profits they see on the screen. They are afraid of losing the relationship. The platform keeps demanding more payments. Every time you pay, it invents a new excuse. Your account is under review. Your funds are frozen. A new regulation requires an extra payment. At some point, the victim begins to panic. They realize they are only sending money and never getting anything back. When they push harder, the scammer becomes distant, angry, or suddenly disappears. The dating profile is deleted. The phone number stops working. The email bounces. The fake platform no longer loads. In a matter of seconds, both the person and the money vanish. The emotional damage is enormous. Victims feel heartbroken and ashamed. They blame themselves for trusting a stranger. Many hide what happened from friends and family because they fear judgment. But it is important to understand that these scams are designed by experts in manipulation. They know exactly how to exploit loneliness, hope, and the desire for connection. Now let us look at the main red flags you must recognize in any online relationship. First red flag. The relationship moves very fast. If someone you have never met starts talking about love, marriage, or a perfect future after only a few days or weeks, be careful. Real relationships take time. Second red flag. They avoid meeting in person or on real video calls. Scammers often use excuses like work trips, bad connections, or family emergencies to avoid live interaction. If months pass and you still have not met or properly video called, that is a serious warning sign. Third red flag. The conversation shifts from romance to investments. When someone you met on a dating app suddenly becomes very interested in your finances and pushes you to invest in crypto or trading, you should be extremely cautious. Fourth red flag. They insist you use a specific platform or website that you had never heard of before. If you cannot find independent reviews or warnings from financial authorities, assume it might be a trap. Fifth red flag. You see big profits on the screen, but you cannot freely withdraw your money without paying extra fees. Legitimate platforms do not ask you to send more money just so you can access your own funds. If any of these red flags appear in your online relationship, stop and talk to someone you trust offline. Show them the messages. Ask for their honest opinion. Scammers hate it when victims get a second opinion, which is why they often push you to keep the relationship secret. To protect yourself, keep some simple rules. Never send money or crypto to someone you have never met in real life, no matter how close you feel to them online. Be very skeptical of investment opportunities that come from romantic contacts. If an opportunity is real, it will not depend on secrecy or emotional pressure. Always check platforms and offers by searching their name together with words like scam, review, complaint, and warning. Many authorities and banks publish alerts about known frauds. If your bank, your National Fraud Center, or your country's regulator has warnings about similar schemes, trust those warnings. Finally, remember that your heart and your money both deserve protection. Feeling lonely or wanting love is normal. Scammers abuse that normal desire to destroy lives. If this story sounded familiar, you are not alone. Many people around the world have been caught in similar crypto romance scams. On this channel, I will keep exposing real online scams and breaking them down so you can recognize the patterns before it is too late. If you want to stay one step ahead of scammers, subscribe to ScamSafe Hub, turn on notifications, and share this video with someone who might be at risk. Do not let a fake online romance decide what happens to your money and your future.